Hey guys, I'm pretty sure you all have seen the hype and the newsletters and the postings and all the news around the last finding that was conducted by the FDA regarding AI. I'm Husto. Welcome to CSV Cafe. I'm here with my AI host, Linda. Linda, say hello.
Hello, everyone. Great to be here. Let's have a clear and honest conversation. No fluff, just the good stuff.
Thanks, Linda. Linda, today we are actually talking to the audience and giving them a little bit of updates regarding the FDA finding regarding AI.
Exactly. The FDA has been sharpening its focus on AI in regulated environments, so we'll break down what you need to know and what's just hype.
That's correct, folks. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a couple of steps back, the FDA back in 2025, that's January 2025, so we're actually over a year now, they issued and released a draft guidance called Considerations for the Use of Art- Artificial Intelligence to Support Regulatory Decision Making for Drug and Biological Products. Okay. That means they provided a guidance to us so that we can utilize and be able to bring in artificial intelligence in our hemisphere and to actually be able to speed up certain processes that are being involved out there. So this is a good thing. And now, just recently, the FDA regulators actually find or observed that one of a life science organization was not following the proper guidance that was issued. Let's give them a little bit of that information regarding that finding.
Absolutely. So the FDA noted that this organization was using AI models, but they weren't fully transparent about how the AI was influencing decisions. The key lesson? If you're using AI to support regulatory decisions, you need to document the rationale clearly. Transparency and oversight are key.
Yep, that's correct. I was also reading with the transparency and clarity that's key, but also they fail to have what's called human in the loop. So as AI has been approved to use as tools within the industry, we still need to, by regulation, by guidance, to have and show and prove that there is still a human in the loop, meaning there is still a human interaction ensuring the intended use of that AI technology. Linda, what can you dig up from the research out there regarding human in the loop?
So human in the loop means exactly that. Humans stay actively involved in key decisions. It ensures we're not just delegating critical calls to AI alone. Regulators want to see that when AI suggests something, a trained human is verifying that judgment before acting.
That's true. A trained human, and there is a predicate rule out there in the regulations where your staff needs to be trained and qualified to do certain activities. And these activities, especially if they can impact the patient's safety, the quality of the product, or the integrity of the data, that staff should be trained and staff should also be qualified on their duties. Now, there are many ways that your staff can be trained and qualified. We will be able to help you out with that. So, Linda.
Absolutely. Just remember, the key is that AI is a tool, not a replacement for qualified human judgment. Keep that balance and you'll stay on the right side of guidance.
Exactly. So the considerations for the use of artificial intelligence to support regulatory decision making for a drug and biological products, draft guidance for industry, availability, agency information collection activities, proposed collection, and comment requests. So this is the title that I'm currently reading y'all from the regulations.gov site within the FDA website. Now, if you see, I'm going to share my screen with y'all so you can see the site information here. So, and in the site, you could see basically go into the FDA site. So here I could Google it. Of course, within Google or Bing, you get a nice little description of what the guidance is. You can follow the links that it gives you. And then here you can see some key principles of the frameworks. So context of use, risk-based assessment, lifecycle management. So if you notice context of use, AI models must clearly define their intended role and scope in addressing a specific regulatory question. Linda, it's there. It's in plain black and white. And I know it's new technology, so Linda, there was over 1,400 approvals from the FDA as of last month. And I was reading that there might be some FDA, so 1,450, here it is, 1,450 medical devices within the radiology leading in approvals. So radiology is leading 1,104 devices have been approved in cardiovascular, 141 in neurology, 67. So according to the medical futurist, there has been an abundant amount already of AI devices being approved by the FDA. And within the approving technology, reading down below, it's seen that the FDA is actually also using some type of AI-based technology. And they've also introduced AI within their departments. So it is here. It's been around. Um, my affiliated company has been working on the AI since day one. Again, link below. But if you have not heard about this, if you're new to this, I highly recommend, if you're in any type of industry, it does not necessarily have to be life science. If you're in financials or if you're in the automobile, anything that can be utilized by AI agents or AI processes, I strongly recommend to go and try to get yourself educated around those technology. So remember the days when computers were coming out. Remember the days where people were using NT Windows, or even if you started being exposed for the first time to WordPress, or any type of uh, computerized or application or software. Or let's paint a picture. Imagine you just graduated from college and now you're taking your first job in a big corporate organization, and they've now put you in front of a computer and said, hey, guess what? You're going to do all your financials and controlling in this system called SAP, or you're going to do all your warehouse management in this system called Master Control. And you probably have used a computer before, but now you're kind of fast forward, going quickly and learning different pieces of that computer system. Now you're doing more Word, more Excel, more digitalization. And AI is that digitalization. So do not waste time in trying to learn the new technology. And if you do, according to the professionals out there, those are the ones that are going to miss out. And then you will actually have a risk of losing your job. So learn the technology. It would help you out much better. So going back to pharma, AI Linda is AI. She's still an artificial intelligence co-host, but me as the human in the loop, when she does mention things to me, she being this robot, I'm able to, from 20 years of experience, to kind of think and critical think on the results she's giving me. And as you see here, the FDA has already been approving this. They've already been looking at this, and there's already been outcomes and positive outcomes. And of course, there's also going to be, unfortunately, negative outcomes. And these negative outcomes will hopefully be able to be mitigated. They will be, we can have lessons learned based on them. And then from there, we can possibly have the industry speed up some of that, those medications that we are still been waiting for, like cancer. Huh? When is that going to be ready? So hopefully the artificial intelligence world can help us get that going, because that's one that I'm still wondering why in 2026 we're not there yet. If you're in the technology scene, if you're in the business, even if you're in quality, it does not matter. If you're in the life science and you're using artificial intelligence, still think about those three: patient safety, product quality, and data integrity. Linda?
Well said. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not magic. We've got to keep those safeguards: human oversight, training, and transparency, so we can harness it responsibly.
So yeah, it's right here, black and white. This is Who Stole CSV Cafe. In summary, the FDA's approach to emphasize credibility, risk-based oversight, lifecycle management, and transparency. Now, I've been 20 years working in the qualification and validation and looking at systems, doing assessments, maturity assessments, inspections, our organization has been looking at the artificial intelligence technology since day one. We've been part of the 22 being completed. We've been part of, in some way, within different agencies and different organizations. And we've also been pumping out a lot of material, free material within our website. And we are also available to support your organization, your team, your engagements to implement this type of environment, to bring in this technology so we can at least get things approved and move forward a lot quicker than the original route. But just because we can move fast does not necessarily mean we can now fill up our buckets full of water, because that will still spill. There's my metaphor for the day, Linda.
I love a good metaphor. So to all the listeners, move fast, but stay controlled. And with that, wrap it up. Thanks for joining us today.
All right. Goodbye.